Barbara. I'm in a different spot today. It is Sunday, August 16th of CoronaVlog, and it's CoronaVlog time. I think this is like 1:48 or something. I did not sleep very well last night, or very long, and I'm feeling tired and sorry for myself, so I have cream in my coffee. I'm wearing my taupe sweater, and it goes with my nails. The lovely Linda gave me this pattern with the tulip pattern on top. Now that, well, it goes with my gold. I was going to say, now that I'm looking at it, I should have worn silver earrings, but it's almost, you can hardly tell if these are gold or silver. They're gold. But there are three little balls on a chain. And then it's got this piece that goes through your ear, and then the chain goes through your ear, so you have a front and a back. I was a little concerned about the chain going through my ear since it's kind of newly pierced, but it seems to be okay. So good morning. I think you're going to see that this is shorter today, which means that I am going to leave you on the cliff for longer for my talk a little bit about Wadi Rum and Petra in Jordan. I realized that I really couldn't talk about those places without pictures, so I'm going to find pictures today, and I will show you pictures of Petra and Wadi Rum because you can't really describe them very well. Who knows? Maybe I'll just replay my first part and show you pictures of the stuff I talked about before, and then, you know, who knows if I'm digging up the pictures from the trip. I've got to at least find the picture of me sitting there knitting on the shores of the River Jordan, right? Places people can knit. I forgot my cod liver oil. You did see my first sips of coffee today. I'll have it later. My last few days have been a little discombobulated in terms of timing, and so I've been having my cod liver or whenever. Oh, I didn't have my cod liver, and I would just have it. So sitting here talking to you is throwing me off a little bit. It's rainy outside, which is why we're not outside. It started raining at 5:30. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Part of it's my own fault because I went to bed late. I went to bed at 2. I was knitting. Oh, see, I'm sitting in my knitting chair. This is my task light. My TV's right over there, where I watch my YouTube and my, you know. But yesterday I was knitting on my High Street pullover and enjoying knitting on my High Street pullover. That's this one that I'm making. It's coming along. I didn't get much further. And then, you know, I'm awake in the middle of the night and I started thinking about it. I got to a weird place in the pattern where the thing with this pattern is you've got the rib, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but you've got the vertical rib here, and you've got a part that looks like a horizontal rib next to it. Maybe you can see it better here. I'm not sure. But when you look at the knitting of the vertical rib versus what the little bit of a border, and then the ribbing of the horizontal rib, you can see that the difference in gauge is like crazy, right? Had me worried. I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be blocking the heck trying to find a word that's appropriate, out of this horizontal rib to make it work. But I just got past, this marker here is indicating I just got past a very weird section where I was supposed to knit 4 inches, and then I did 2 short rows in this horizontal section. And every 4 inches I'm supposed to do a back and forth of a short row on each side. And I'm like, that is so weird, because when you look at the schematic, you can see it, you know, claims to be just up and down. And a short row would dip it rather than pinch it in. Well, then I realized while I'm laying there that they're adding these short rows because of the difference in gauge between the rows. And so the gauge is the 1x3 rib, which I didn't do a gauge swatch. Did I mention that? 1x3 rib is 23 stitches in the row and 30 rows per 4-inch square. And the ridge pattern, which is the horizontal, is 22 stitches with 32 rows per 4 inches. So that difference in row gauge is why I'm doing those short rows, which makes me think. And I find that very interesting. And I have knit just enough of this sweater to have a gauge swatch in both the patterns. So before I start knitting this again, I am going to, you know, now I'm not going to block it, but I am going to figure out my row gauge. And after I figure out my row gauge, I'm going to recalculate and see how many of these short rows I really need to do. Because I might need more. I have a feeling that my differential between my gauges is bigger than the differential on this paper, because my row gauge is always screwed up. So anyway, that was the silver lining in the cloud of not being able to sleep last night, was getting my head around what the heck I was doing on that pattern and why I was doing those short rows. So I want to thank you, those of you who are stitchers who went and checked out Kristi's podcast. Oh my gosh, you guys are the sweetest. She had over 100 views and 40 something, when I went to bed, 40 something subscribers, and she was very happy. And I talked to her and she said, "You have the nicest people." I said, "I do. My people are really nice. My people are really nice." So thank you so much. I remember so clearly starting my YouTube channel and like, whoever's going to watch my YouTube channel? You know, what do I know? I don't know anything about YouTube and whatever, so it's a hard thing to put yourself out there. And anyway, I'm very proud of her, and I really did enjoy her video, and it sounds like you guys did too, and thank you so much. It was very thrilling for me and for her. And and I think she's going to have a lot of interesting stuff to say, and she's a medievalist, so she's cool anyway. Oh, so she called me yesterday to give me the scoop on the Ides of months. Turns out every month has an Ides. I didn't know that. I had only heard of the Ides of March in reference to like when they killed Julius Caesar, beware the Ides of March, you know. That was a prophecy. Now, I could be getting this all from Shakespeare. I don't know. I don't know that he had a real prophecy for the Ides of March, but anyway, that's when he got supposedly stabbed by Brutus et al. So there are 4 months in which the Ides is on the 15th. March, July, May, and October. I wrote this down. This is like medievalist stuff. No, this is ancient. There are calends, which is the first of the month. There are nones, which are either the 7th of the month or the 9th of the month, and there are ides, which is either the 13th of the month or the 15th of the month. And I think the 7th of the months, March, May, July, and October are the ones that have the nones on the 7th and the ides on the 13th. And so every month has an ides, and I got it wrong twice. Because there's only 4 ides on the 15th. The Ides of March is some kind of a celebration or something. Anyway, I had to write that down. So now you know about ancient Roman calendars. And I'll stop getting the ides wrong. But I don't think I'm going to remember on the 13th of September that it's the ides of September. I'll just keep making that bad joke. Or every month on the 15th, I'll say, oh, no, not the ides. The ides was a couple days ago. Anyway. There are lots of things to be learned. Okay, now I told you I hurt my knee because I vacuumed my rug, right? This was 2 or 3 days ago, so no judging on my rug, but I wanted to show you my dog. This is why my rug is so messy. She's playing with her box. And by playing with, I mean chewing up or tearing up into tiny little pieces. There were some sticks there, I'm sure. You probably saw those. So anyway, so I will look for some pictures. I mean, are there any trips that you can really talk about and give the full picture without pictures? I mean, I would have to be a travel writer to be able to do that, which I am not. So I will find some pictures of Petra and Wadi Rum and the rest of the trip. Because then we get on our boat. I'll show you our ship. And then we went to Egypt. So I hope you don't mind waiting a little bit longer for the rest of Jordan. I hope you looked up Petra. If you did, you'll still be surprised, I think, when you see my pictures. Yeah. It's kind of an amazing, interesting place. But meanwhile, a little bit of a low energy, tired-ish day. I feel okay. When I get really tired, I start to feel sick. Not sick to my stomach, just kind of shaky, sick, achy, icky, bad. And, you know, that usually happens like if I've been traveling for a really long time and because I don't sleep on planes well and that kind of stuff. And so I don't know when I fell asleep. I was awake at 5:30. But at 9 o'clock, Maisie started hacking and, so I jumped out of bed and tried to get a towel and, whatever thing you do automatically without thinking about your knee and I wasn't fast enough. I need to clean it up. So I got back in bed and and that's when I felt like that. But I laid in bed for half an hour, 40 minutes and because I'm not going to get back to sleep. That's not how I roll. And then I feel better. So I don't feel that anymore. I'm just tired. And my coffee is helping in my sheep cup. So I don't want you to worry or anything. I'm fine. And I'll even be fine enough to look for pictures, and I'll be fine enough to do my math on my shirt, on my sweater, to figure out how many short rows I need to add to make that panel the same length. I think that is so clever and interesting. When I saw it on the pattern, you're doing short row, and I'm like looking at the sweater, and why would I do it, short row? Well, and I just read the pattern and knew that I got, do after 4 inches, do these short rows. And then I didn't really read past that to say, to see that it says, and do this every 4 inches. Because, I mean, have you ever done short rows like that? I haven't. Usually they're all together, so they're making a swoop of some kind, or they're adding, some height to the back of the neck or something like that. So, just do a short row, German short row stitch here, and then turn around, do a German short row stitch here, turn back around and go for another 4 inches. It was the weirdest thing. And then I realized that, I've only knit this much, and I'm getting very concerned about that differential between the two panels. And then I realized, voila, that's it right there. Very clever, very clever. Now I've just given away the secret sauce of that pattern. It is worthy of paying for. So I suggest that if you like it, you do, because I think it's going to be cool. Anyway, Pearl and I are going to sit and relax. I'm already in my chair. I'm not going to get up to get my cod liver oil. I'll get it when I'm up. Sit here, put the video on my laptop and start the process and just chill. It's going to be a chill day, but it's raining anyway. So, and my knee is still clicking and still, so I have to take my pills. So maybe I will get up. Well, I'll take my pills when I go to edit. And, so I won't be going for a walk, but I didn't walk yesterday. I just sat in the car while they walked, and then we went over to the in-laws to visit. We had things to deliver and to visit. And they're fine. Well, my father-in-law's very tired, and he's going downhill. And, so we stayed for a while and visited, and then we came home. I'm going to stop rambling now. I hope you have a good day. I'm having a nice, quiet day. It's going to be really good. And so, thank you again for your support of Kristi's channel. So much fun. And I will go through my pictures, which will also be fun. And talk about Petra and Wadi Rune. And who knows, I may just talk about one of them, because my vlogs are getting long. I mean, I can just sit here and tell you I'm tired in it for 18 minutes. So I might spread this out. Corona's going to go on for a long time, and I got lots of trips. We could be here for years. Dennis may be right. These vlogs may get into 4 digits. Who knows? Oh, the other thing is, I did my collar. So I'm going to be putting the buttons on my sweater soon and doing a podcast soon. Early next week, not today, because I'm tired. But I did. And I did it in the broken seed stitch, and I liked how it looked. So that was fun. Anyway, okay. That's it for me. I'm done. I'm going to finish my coffee. Maybe not do my math right away. Finish my coffee. I'm definitely not doing math till I finish my coffee. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves and stay healthy. Please, please, please. I hope everyone's doing well. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane.